Guys, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a very long time. I've been very busy with life stuff in general, so welcome back. I know it's been a while since I made my last video, but today we're going to be talking about a very special gun that just got released. If you're watching this now, I filmed this a couple days back, but when you do watch this video, it will be released. We are here to talk about the first impressions of the Springfield Armory Echelon Comp. So what is my relationship with Springfield Armory? Well, they sent me this gun to review and get some content with it. I initially made contact with them when Tulam and Ruthie Verona Tactics asked me to be a part of their Prodigy launch, and so I got to work with that. And then I was looking for a bullpup rifle, ended up buying a Hellion from them. And then out of the blue, they reached out and asked if I wanted to be part of the launch for the Echelon Comp. I said, yeah, absolutely. I would love to be a part of it. So that's where we are with that. There's no monetary exchange. They sent me a gun, and I'm just going to do some content with it and get some impressions going for you guys. When you do pick it up, it will come in this little pizza box, and then it will come with a nice little bag here with the logo, some general information stuff, mounting plate options, gun lock, mag loader. Magazines are good. You'll get the standard mag and then the extendo as well. And then the gun itself is clear. Obviously it doesn't come with an optic or a light. I went ahead and opened it up and mounted an RMR and a Surefire light on it. So first impressions, what I really like about this gun. One, feels great. Not too aggressive in the stippling. I already noticed right off the bat that it's ambidextrous, so it's got slide lock release and it's got mag release on the other side as well. So for all my left-handed friends out there, this gun is cool in that regards. I always have one friend that typically goes to the range and he shoots left-handed, and it's very difficult to really help augment their performance, I would say, because I don't have a left-handed holster, and the guns that I have typically are made for right-handed shooters. So now I actually have something for that person to use, and this one right here, I think it fits the bill. The serrations here, not too aggressive, just enough for it to be functional. So I can do like a front hand. So if I want to do like a front hand release, I can do my press checks. Even the backside has a little bit of a groove if I wanted to pull on that as well. So really, they really put some thought into this. Right about this area here where you could place your thumb, I guess people would call it like a gas pedal. Press down and add added tension or torque, or whatever you want to call it. The rear sight has a U-notch. Looks like it's a tritium in the front. So if you look at it, the barrel itself has a cutout, and it lines up perfectly with the cutout of the front. The trigger feels really nice. It's got a really nice, clean, it's like right there. It's like you can get to the wall. It's very predictable. You get to the wall, it's right there. Yeah, it feels really nice. So, trigger, really nice. And the other cool thing about the Echelon is that the frame itself is not the serialized part. They have what they call as the cog. And it's very similar to SIG's FCU, the fire control unit. And you can take that out and put it into a different frame. I know there are companies out there, for instance, like Icarus Precision, they make really, really cool frames, like a steel frame. Maybe you just don't like the shape or whatever, but there's so many options in the market these days. The back strap is also adjustable. If you're like me with tiny Asian hands, yeah, you really can make it your own in terms of like how you would want to grip the gun. If there's too much swelling back here, if you wanted a slimmer profile, you can. I actually am fine with just the back strap that it came with, so this actually fits my hand perfectly. But yeah, they have stippling pretty much, I would say, everywhere around this gun, even on the bottom of the trigger guard as well too. The trigger guard pretty wide itself in case you were running gloves or whatever, especially up here in Idaho where we have like all the 4 seasons. If I want to shoot with gloves, like I can definitely get my finger in here and engage that trigger. The mounting options, that's one thing that I read about that I found to be very impressive. Like if you look here, my RMR is flush with the top end itself. Yeah, there's little gaps in between the front and the rear, but I'm okay with that. and you're keeping the optic pretty close to the bore line itself. This is compatible with like 30 different optics, so you don't have to buy an optic plate. So far I'm digging it. First impressions, haven't shot it yet, but we are going to go down and we're going to sight this thing in. My first shots are going to be sighting in the RMR, and then we'll run a couple of handgun drills. So loading mags, I really enjoy using these Up Lula mag loaders. Got a lot of crap over these from friends that, why don't you just use your fingers like a man? I was just like, well, you know, the longer you take to load up those rounds, the more time I'm going to have shooting. So we're going to do that. I just use ball ammo, anything from aluminum to regular brass. Doesn't matter to me. I just shoot what's available, and I typically will shoot 115. I don't have a holster for the Echelon, so what I'm using is I'm using a holster from T-Rex Arms for my Walter PvP. It was kind of tight on the tolerance, so I had to loosen up the screws, and works. All right, so first rounds, we're just going to be zeroing the Echelon Comp with an RMR. So I have a T-Rex arm target about 10 yards away. So I didn't bring anything to bench rest. Really, I should be bench resting this and just trying to mitigate some of that human factor, but I'm just going to do a rough zero. I'm standing. Let's give it a try. Okay. Alright, so did a quick rough zero. So next time, bring the things, bench rest, really try to mitigate that human error in terms of zeroing. But for the most part, I do have a rough zero. So we're gonna go back, gonna load up some rounds, and then we'll do some time drills and do some things on paper, and we'll see where we are. I would say we're about roughly 7 yards from the target. I brought out the Bear Solutions standard here. This is actually one of my favorite drills to run, especially if it's from a code star. Obviously, I'm not code because I spent the last 20 rounds zeroing the gun, but we're going to be using this, and then I also have kind of just like a basic little B-style target from First Defense. So yeah, phenomenal amount of resources out there, guys. You can print out these training aids off of some of those websites, and you just go out and stack it on cardboard, get a shot timer, and then really test your limits. I'm not a competitive shooter. I'm not law enforcement, not military. I'm just a civilian like majority of consumers here in the U.S. But I love getting out and trying out paper targets. Still's fun to shoot all day. You get that plink, you get that instant gratification. Use a shot timer. I'm using a Shooter Global's shot timer here. Set tangible goals. Just keep pushing and pushing until the wheels fall off, and then put everything back together, and then do a self-evaluation of my skill set and just keep improving from there. So get out there, train. So Bear Solutions target, 2 mags. First mag's going to be 5 left, 5 right, reload, then 3 center target. Woo! All right, 663. I noticed I got some out, so get my phone out. So I got, oh, that one just went out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reload. Hit that one. I got 2 in, so could do a lot better, but let's keep going. All right. So not too bad. I had 2 misses with a time of 663 on that. So I went ahead, put a brand new Bear Solutions target. We're going to try it again. Alrighty, I'm already hot. 10 rounds in this mag, whatever on the second. 5-5 reload, 3 center. So let's do it again. Okay. It's on. Here we go. Already. Man, I can't count. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the 5th? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't count apparently, but I got all 3 in the center. Let's do it again. I'm pretty sure I'll load it appropriately this time and actually get the right round count. We got 10 rounds in here. Obviously, I'm not that kind of super Asian that can count, so we'll try it again. Alright, well, let's take a look. Third time, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, and then I saw these flat out 1, 2. But man, look at that, I keyholed that in the center. My center shots were all like just in that hole. Self-evaluation, key to everything. So call out your own BS and just keep training, keep getting better. All right, next target. We're gonna be doing some BA drills. I'll probably tack in some 1R1, some 1R X amount or whatever, but these are pretty fun to shoot as well too. So we're gonna play around with these. It's pretty accurate. It's like right there on the X there. 1 reload 3 on the X. Alright. Through that one, not by much though. It's in the light gray area. Come on. Alright. Shots are all in. Could be a little faster. First shot 129, second shot 358. 1R1. Nothing's out on the white, so everything's still in there. Okay, guys. Down to my last paper target. I'm gonna do a 5x5, and I'm just gonna grip it and rip it as fast as I can. Alright, yeah, the trigger feels really good. I'm going to try shooting this just one-handed. Using the mag release from the left side there, so probably not the right way to do it, but man, it feels good shooting in this form. So yeah, lefties, good stuff. All right, well, that concludes our range session here. First impressions of the Echelon Comp. I really like it. Felt great. The trigger felt great. I don't know, like, I don't really have anything negative to say about this at the time. We shot about 100 to 150 rounds between zeroing and actually like running drills on paper and steel. I really enjoy it. Feels great, shoots great. I had zero malfunctions, but and again, still very early to say. And again, I haven't thrown it in dirt, mud, snow, sleet, rain, any of that sort of stuff. Today's just been a pretty dry day. But so far, it's taken pretty much all the rounds that I gave it, and it held up. It shot really well. The accuracy was on point. If you had to buy a handgun and you didn't have anything on you, especially a 9mm, there's lots of different competitors out there, Glock, SIG, but for striker fired handgun, 9mm, this comes with like everything that you need right out of the box. I thoroughly enjoyed it. For a first impression, I really liked it. I'm gonna keep putting rounds through it and then see where we go from here, but check it out, guys.